In August of 2025, we returned to a city that we enjoy very much, New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans embodies the American ideal of the melting pot, with people and cultures from all over coming together to create an atmosphere that can only be found in one place in the world.
I got to town before Dustin did and had the Saturday brunch at the Court of Two Sisters. The building has existed since 1832 and in the late 1800s contained shops run by two sisters who are said to have served tea and cakes to customers in the courtyard. It is for these two sisters that the restaurant was named. Famed pirate Jean Lafitte allegedly killed 3 men in separate duels in one night under a willow tree in the courtyard. Today, the property is home to a buffet restaurant. They serve a jazz brunch with live music between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. and dinner between 5:30 and 9:30 p.m. as of the recording of this video. I appreciated that the gluten-free options were marked on the website. As of the recording of the video, the restaurant charges $36 for adults and $14 for children, which felt like quite a value given the extensive options available, including an omelet station, a carving station with ham or ribeye depending on the time of day, andouille sausage, turtle soup, duck, jambalaya, boiled shrimp, and much more. The bananas Foster with ice cream was absolutely delicious. My dad was with us, and he said the bread pudding with the whiskey sauce was one of the best desserts he's ever had. After the Court of Two Sisters, we headed down to take a riverboat ride on a boat named City of New Orleans. The same operator runs the steamboat Natchez, the last real steamboat on the Mississippi, but it was docked for refurbishment, so we got to go on City of New Orleans instead.
We boarded at 6 p.m., the ride started at 7 p.m., and we returned at around 9 p.m. We passed iconic Jackson Square, which is a former military parade ground and is named for Andrew Jackson, who was in command when the United States forces won the Battle of New Orleans. Storm damage from Hurricane Katrina over 2 decades ago is still visible along the banks of the Mississippi. The tour also passes by Jackson Barracks, the headquarters of the Louisiana National Guard. There was a concession stand on the boat that had tasty jambalaya that I sampled. After sailing through the sunset, we returned to the dock in the heart of New Orleans.
The next day, it was time to embark on our swamp tour with the Louisiana Tour Company. We boarded a tour boat, which looks exactly like this one, powered by 2 outboard motors. The boat holds around 40 passengers and was capable of surprising speed. The cover top kept us shaded from the sun, and we stayed on the move fairly well, which allowed a nice breeze to relieve the heat. Wildlife was quite abundant. Our tour guide took us to see alligators. And we also stopped by the canal bank and got to hang out with some raccoons.
If you don't want to take a tour boat, you can also do the tour on an airboat. While most boats use a propeller in the water, airboats use a giant prop at the back and push air to move the boat. This allows them to travel over extremely shallow water, marshes, and mudflats at high speed. My family actually had an airboat when I was growing up. They're lots of fun. If you have time for a swamp tour, we recommend it. Back in the city, we saw a great Louis Armstrong mural and went to dinner at Fiery Crab. These seafood boil restaurants have been cropping up all over the place. Louisiana has a pretty high standard for seafood boils, so we wanted to try this out. The interior was spacious, well lit, with plenty of seating. We placed our order and the food came out quickly. The seafood platters were huge. We got shrimp, snow crab, Dungeness crab, boiled eggs, corn, potatoes, mushrooms, and lobster. The spice mix was perfect and we were well satisfied.
For dessert, we went on an exodus to Brennan's. Brennan's is at 417 Royal Street. The Brennan's restaurant group are probably most well known as the inventors of the Bananas Foster dessert. The Brennan's location is beautiful on the inside, with an open and airy feel in the entrance passageway and a view of the courtyard beyond.
We were just here for dessert. The service was excellent. The menu also included a selection of bourbons. If you're interested in the Port Ellen 35-year single malt, it can be yours for just $350 for a 1-ounce pour. If you try it, let us know how it tastes. When you order Bananas Foster, it's made tableside and it's quite the spectacle. Restaurateur Ella Brennan is credited with the invention of the dessert in the 1950s to use up a banana surplus the family was dealing with at the time, and to compete with popular desserts being served down the street. The dessert is named for Richard Foster, a friend of the Brennan's family.
After dessert, we wandered around. Brennan's has a beautiful courtyard and an upstairs section with some really interesting spaces. We highly recommend Brennan's, try the Bananas Fosters, and our server also highly recommended the bread pudding, which Dustin wants to sample next time. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. This is Places, Plates, and Points.